Really slow, dudes. Really slow. To the point that the only highlight of the day was earlier on when Clifford, we've had ducks diving all day on bait or on far side, just in front of the house. We've had ducks diving all day. So he said to Cliff, he said what we could do about it. So he says, well, he's got an air rifle, so when he gets that back off his mate, he'll try and spook him off with it. Fucking hell. Next minute he comes marching down fields like a fucking general with a 12-bore fucking shotgun. We hears a big bang, a big cloud of smoke, and fucking two ducks flapping about, but he is blown off in margin. Honest to God, fucking unbelievable. He took them both anyway and ate them, so it's not like they've been killed for now. They've been killed for the table. He shot them for the table, so it's the way it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's his pond. He does what he wants to do. They were becoming a real problem. It were either that or they were going to end up hooking them off. It was quite as simple as that. Now, as you can see, it ain't spooked them that bad. They're fucking back. So they're not the most intelligent, I suppose, but it's time of year now where they're just, everything's hungry. Everything's trying to build fat reserves up for winter, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. But I can see them all ending up either as a Sunday dinner or with orange fucking sauce on them at some point with him maniac around. But it were comical, I will be honest with you. Fucking a loud explosion, big puff of smoke, and he stood behind there with a fucking shotgun. There's one still in edge or in far margin that he's trying to get out at a minute, but his dog's hurt, so he can't get dog in to get it out, so he's waiting for it to drift in. I've had five fish, 3 low. One was about 12 pound, other was probably about 13 or 14, and then two probably about from 16 to 18. One was about 18, maybe 17. But nice fish, and again a bait that I'd forgot about until I found it back at freezer. Well, I'd not forgot about it, it's just I'd gone on to other things. But coated pineapple, bloodworm, bloody pineapple, so they're making a comeback. And also the tuna, I've been fishing a rod over them, and that's what bigger and come over. So, but I won't be doing them again, they're not getting done again, but they're definitely getting done again, to the point that I think I'm going to be doing them for water meadow, because I really do like them. They're a banging bait. Now on here today, it's the weed is still really bad, really bad, which tells me water meadow is going to be pretty soon. In front of this bank of weed from here to here, about 3 rod lengths out from that bank, it's just a bank of weed now running all the way up this edge. Now it's actually grown since last time we come, so that tells me that water meadows is going to be pretty much same. Now that is on course, so it may not be as bad down there, because obviously it's going to be a bit colder, but I think weed's still going to be bad down there, guys. It's drifting. Oh, I'm getting old, me, you know. Fucking hell. And it's when I bend down like that I realise that I'm getting older. It's to a point now where we're bringing it in and it's green. It's still green. The kid brought something earlier on. It's still got no growth on. So, but as far as I know, there's only been 6 carp out, and I've had 5 of them, and the lads had other. Now Steve's had to fish further up at side of a tree. Anyone that knows Langworth knows what I mean. The overhanging tree, the holding area in winter for them. It's where they all hold up in winter, to the point of sometimes there's 200 to 300 fish under this tree. It's this one here. There's sometimes 200 to 300 fish under that one tree in winter. Now it's not got to a point that we've had to get to that yet. But another thing as well is we've been low on bait. We're trying to do as much as we can now, save as much as we can for when we go down this water meadow. So we're trying to save as much bait as possible for when we get down there. So really been using whatever in freezer. Steve's brought barrels. which ain't ideal when you're fishing at that distance, but he's putting them out in a boat anyway, so it's not a big issue that. But it's definitely getting to that point now when things are getting harder. Definitely. It's a beautiful day today, don't get me wrong, but the colour of fish tells me that they're getting ready now. They definitely have had one. What I've had today was just absolutely stunning colour, really dark gold colour, and the two-tone mirror that I had also, that was starting to look. It looks darker. It looked darker on the bank than it does in the picture. They're definitely getting to that autumn colours. So it's just giving me a little heads up on what water meadow's going to be like, and I think weed situation is going to be pretty much the same as last time, which is going to be heavy. So there's a few things to be thinking about there. So I'm going to be getting some stuff to tie some new leaders up this week. I definitely need new splicing needles. Splicers that are doing the strong, but I don't want to hook a 40 pounder and a splice let me down. I'd be fucking devastated, honestly. I would have felt if it let me down in there. So, and I know I need to be coming through that splicer, and I need to be leaving at least like a minimum 1.5 inch to 2 inch going through with that splice, then pulling it back, not just 1 inch, a lot longer than that, and then a little dab of glue. Now I'm going to do them just before I go down there, because I don't like having them in box bent for too long, because leg core breaks then, and it'll just come through side at sheath at lead core if they're not stored right. They've got to be stored right for that not to happen. So I'm going to do them when I get down there. So I'm going to need a baiting needle and a few other bits. I definitely need some more hooks. I'm actually using the same hooks now, believe it or not, as what I had the big comment on, and the fully scaled that I had. I'm using the same hooks now, and they are still sharp. So it says a lot about them Ridge Monkey hooks. Them Ridge Monkey hooks are good. They're really, really good hooks. They're small. Because they're small, they're always going to be sharper hooks than the bigger hooks, like the big T's from ESP. Because they're a finer gauge wire, they're always going to keep that sharpness for thing. And now I've gone totally off sharpening hooks. I think it's you're doing yourself by sharpening them. I will be honest with you. I think the slightest little dink against a little stone on bottom or something like that, and I think it takes that edge off straight away, because you've sharpened them to the point of them being just too fine. And I Vaseline them up and that, stop them rusting. But I must admit, I'm again sharpening them now, guys, and I would much rather just leave them fresh out of packet. That's why I like these new Ridge Monkey hooks. So I like where they're stored, and they're all packaged individually, and they're held in that little packet container, individually held, and they're not clanging about together, and they keep the sharpness. So that's definitely something to think about in your own fishing anyway, definitely. Them hooks that are in packs and are clanking about all the time, how many times are they banging against each other through transit from when they're made until they eventually reach that shop that they're going to be sold in? Thousands of times, honestly, thousands of times. And that's why you're getting them off them and they're not sharp. But at least you know when you're getting them Ridge Monkey ones that they are in a packet that's, well, we're going to get a bite on camera here. I thought that they are at least you know that they haven't been banging against each other. So I'd definitely think about that. And the nice hooks, I wouldn't recommend them if they weren't. They're very nice hooks, so get on them.